So I think one of the things I realized is every single year since I graduated college has come with a new hard challenge, but in the last 2 years has actually been even more intense. And I wonder if there's a correlation between seeing how far I can go and that zeal of trying to even go further. So in the past 2 years, I've had the opportunity to be Miss New Jersey USA, compete at Miss USA where I placed top 20, moved to Hong Kong, compete in my first half marathon, complete my first high rocks. There's a lot of things I've been able to do that are things I never had experience in and are like brand new to me. And I think one theme in common for all of them is that they all were pushing me to see the other version of myself. And I actually didn't have previous experience in these different activities in the past. And I think that speaks to my curiosity and my interest in understanding why people do hard things and ways I could transform and continue to evolve myself in doing new things. Because I personally believe that every skill that we have can be transferable. There are some core transferable skills, and it's not just enough to have skills enough for your job or for a particular thing. The winners in life are people who are able to connect the dots and transfer similar skills. So I kind of got obsessed with this idea of what are the skills I've developed in a certain area, for example, my career, how can I bring that to the world of pageantry and approach like pageantry from a strategic standpoint, and also leverage a lot of the core skill sets in finance to come up with a winning strategy that would take me to Miss USA. And similar things with like the half marathon. How can I commit to a goal, build a discipline layout and program, and show up every single day till I get past the finish line? So I think for me, that curiosity was really what even pushed me into all these activities. And one thing I would say is, on the other side of completing these activities, I've seen that I'm capable, I can learn, I can do hard things, while also still discovering different parts of me that exist. I think the hardest thing would have to be the fitness-related activities I've completed. So high rocks has to be the hardest one. First of all, in my bingo list of the year, never would I have thought that I would first of all be in Hong Kong, and next of all completing high rocks with 6 weeks to prep. And I'd never done CrossFit. I don't love the gym till today, but I'm very active in some capacity. So being able to put myself through that program with my rigorous life and work schedule and show up and finish, I think that was very, very hard to accomplish, but it was very important for me, because I think that was another way for me to say I'm committed to my development, I'm committed to my growth, and I'm committed to like taking on challenges. The other reason why I would say is the hardest part is it's about myself, it's about fitness, it's about doing like ridiculous workouts to be ready. I remember my first high rocks class. I signed up with Pure Fitness here in Hong Kong. The Kingwick Center was at 6:15 a.m. I'm a morning person. So like 6:15 a.m. I'm like, okay, there you go, the overachievers. Or maybe the class is gonna be empty because nobody wants to wake up at 6:15 a.m. Class is full and everybody in the class is a pro, except me. And one of the girls says, get ready. Pretty much like get ready to get beaten up because these workouts are no joke. But I show up in the class, even though that was my first time, and I finished every single workout, even though it was like so hard for me to do. And I kept coming back. And I think for me, that was very important because I had every reason to say, you know what, I'm not doing this, it's too hard. And I think people need to understand that they always have the option. Nobody is putting a God in my head and saying, you need to do this hard thing. I have the choice to do. I should say, like, I'm not showing up for this activity. But every single one of them, I said yes. I showed up. I chose to do that. Nobody asked me to do it. There's no price. I'm not being paid to do these things. So for me, that's the most important thing about doing hard things. And that's actually what's empowering and powerful, because I'm making the choice. I'm in the driver's seat and choosing that this is the kind of life I would like to live. So first of all, it never ends. I feel like once you get in that zone, there's always something else, which is a tricky thing because I think you have to pace yourself, you have to balance yourself. Like, life is a journey, it's not a destination, which is why I think it never ends, because there's a journey, you always keep getting better. There's always something you can learn. But in terms of what's coming up next, there is something coming up next. There's always something coming up next. So in a couple of weeks, I will be doing my first marathon in Hong Kong, which is so hard because the difference between doing such races in the US and here is most times the US may be like flat course, maybe some hilly paths along the way, but mostly flat. Hong Kong is not the same. It's like hilly, it's like mountainous. So I'm not looking forward to the course because I know it's not going to be flat, but I'm looking forward to the challenge because why not? So I do think when I think about everything I've done in the past 2 years, I am first of all proud of myself. I literally say I'm proud of you for saying yes, for showing up and completing. But I will say I am thankful for the ability and the grace to show up and stick to commitments I make to myself and to other people when it comes to doing hard things. And I think everybody deserves to take some time out, especially in this new year, to choose their heart. Choose what is your heart thing. It's relative. Everybody has a different thing on their mind. But not just only choose, but every single day make that choice to show up and complete it. Because on the other side of your choice of heart is a version of you that you probably may have never experienced, or you just never know what that looks like. And you deserve to experience that version of you. So go choose your heart and see you on the other side.